welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for this Wednesday. My goal today is to do a painting that I will be teaching at the Fluid Art Experience in March. This is going to be a chaos ribbon swipe, so I'll be teaching that class along with my open cup class. So today we're going to be working on the same size canvas that we're going to be doing in the class. So let's get down on the canvas and get started. I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So what I've got today is a little 16 by 40. And this is going to be the same size canvas that I will be allowing my students to paint on at the Fluid Art Experience in March. So this technique that I'm going to be doing today is one of the techniques I'm going to be teaching. So today what I'll do is a chaos ribbon swipe. So if you're not familiar with this, what I do is I lay out a little small base coat here in the center, and then I start to layer colors in a ribbon form pattern on the canvas. Then I'll do a little swipe with some cell activator using my palette knives, and then I will tilt and come up with a design. I'll also do a little creative markings in the center of the paints that aren't actually swiped yet. So this will be a little easier once you see it on the canvas. So the first step, what I'll do is I'll put out a little square of puddle paint here, just some titanium white. And you can do this without putting out a base coat. The only way that it will work is you have to make sure you've got enough paint on the canvas in order for all of your paint colors to slide around. The base coat kind of helps that out. So I just take this, spread it out just a little bit. Okay, so now we'll start laying out the colors, and this is where the chaos part comes in, because you're going to be getting just a chaotic set of colors coming down, and it's kind of like clearing out your paints that you've had mixed up on your shelf, everything but the kitchen sink, kind of a pour. So what I do is things that are left over, that's what I'll use in the paint. So this here is just some phthalo blue. This here is kind of a dioxazine purple, but it's a little bit lighter. It's got some gray in it, I believe. This here is a scrap color blue that I scraped up off of my table, thinned it out, made sure there was no chunks. Let's go with some orange. This is a cadmium orange. This, we've got some crimson red. And we've got some lemon yellow. So this has got plenty of paint now. So all of this is going to move perfectly. Tell you what I will do though, I like to sometimes bring up one of my darker colors, which was the first color, phthalo blue. Kind of just bring some of that back to the top. Now what I like to do is I take my cell activator, which is my Australian Floetrol, and my titanium white. I will coat the back of my palette knife right over cup here. And then just let that drip into a cup so you can reuse it. You want to start in an area and you want to swipe in the direction you're looking for. So I'm going to start here in my bottom left and I'm going to swipe slowly. I'm going to put it right on the edge here and I'm going to swipe right through the center, keeping the front of the blade up. There you go. The lacing and cells are already showing perfectly. Now, something you want to keep in mind with these kind of pours is you're going to have a lot of space in between these swipes. You're going to want to do something with the in between. So we tend to take like a stick, make some circles, curly cues, make some lines. It kind of just helps break up the paint, kind of blend the paint a little bit. But look at, you can just see how this is selling up right now. Fantastic. You're always going to have a bigger concentration of your cell activator right where you start because you've got so much on the back of your palette knife. So what I've learned with these types of pours is you want to be careful with large open spaces that have not got any swipe. So what I'm going to do is I take a smaller palette knife. This is an Artist Loft as well, number 6. I think I'll do one more over here because it's got such a large space. It's important that you clean off your palette knife after each swipe because you don't want to dirty up what cell activator is in your cup. Start over here. Just let that cell up for a second. I'll do a little cleanup. Now, I wouldn't necessarily call these chameleon cells, but what I'm getting here is really, really cool. In fact, let me bring you guys down. Look at how those cells and the lacing are just happening. It's going to stretch out really nicely. So now what I'll need to do is just do a little shaping up of the areas that did not get any cell activator. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is do little curly cues, but I think what I'll do is maybe just give some lines. So you kind of just kind of help bring up some dimension here. It's almost the effect as if you were doing like a marble roll. And what's going to happen is your outermost stuff is going to be the first thing that comes off anyway, so that's okay. This one here is probably gonna stick around longer. Now, I am not gonna torch. I'm gonna torch after. You can torch, but with the movement of the paint, it's going to be popping any air bubbles that are there. So I'm not gonna just worry about torching now. And I will say sometimes you can get a little too close to the painting with your fire and you'll get a little scorching. That creates cells. I don't need to create any cells. I got plenty. So what I will do first is I think I'm going to come off of these corners because this is where the start of my cell activator was. So I've got some larger, big boulder type of cells, which I don't mind, but they don't fit with the rest. And what I will do is put a little bit of the white down here on each corner for just to kind of help it flow so it doesn't roll over itself too much. Now you can just kind of rock it back and forth, see where the weight of your paint is. And I'm gonna go off this corner first. Kind of bring it back here to the center. Then we'll come back this way. Go over that corner, bring it back again. Oh yeah. Go off this corner. Bring it back here. Over this corner. Now the question is, do I get rid of, we're going to bring this down just a little bit. Now this looks symmetrical because I've got two lines of color kind of separating out the dividing of cells. What I got here is some fantastic lacing and cells that popped up through there. The colors are gorgeous. You really get to see everything. The only thing I was questioning is whether I wanted to bring this down or not. Let's see. Still got a little extra amount of paint on here, so what I can do is I can stretch this down just a little bit without disrupting too much. Yeah, there we go. This is so cool. I got some amazing lacing. I got some great cells within cells, giving me very much chameleon-like cells without silicone. All right, let's give this a brief torch. Okay, here we are with the wet result. I am super pleased with this. Primary colors and the lacing are just fantastic in the piece. Got a little bit of green. That's going to happen when you mix your yellow with your blue, but that's fine because look at what happened with the lacing here. And then look at the little itty bitty cells that's popping up inside of the cells. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Look, the lacing just looks electric. Here we go, look at that. Rainbow cells, rainbow lacing. Sorry for the glare. Look at that, that's so cool. All right, we'll see how this bad boy dries. All right, everyone, that is the piece. So this is the dried result. Dried fantastic. You really can't see probably from this distance completely, but you saw the wet results. It dried the exact same. So I am really loving this. I like how I stretched this down perfectly. The cells and the lacing in this is just electrified, especially over here. The white cell activator just turned into orange, which is really, really cool. I loved it. Same thing over here, turned into some blue and yellow. Really, really fantastic. So I'll let this dry for a few more days. I turned up the heat in the studio, so it's cooking in here. So it dried really, really quick. Plus it's a small canvas, so it dries faster. So I'm very happy with this. I will get some gloss varnish on this and get this bad boy up on the website. Again, if you want to take classes, head on over to Fluid Art Experience. Book them now. Can't wait to see everyone in March. Everyone have a great rest of the week. Please stay safe, especially if you're over there in California near those fires. Keep your heat going here on the East Coast because it is cold when the wind today is making it below zero, at least here where I live. So, all right, everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on Sunday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.